Imbert, $2.5 billion in tax evasion from VAT. The Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority, TTRA, will deal with tax evasion in the country, Finance Minister Colm Imbert said yesterday. Speaking at the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association's, TTMA, post-budget forum yesterday, the minister said studies have shown that there is considerable tax evasion in the country to the tune of $2.5 billion with respect to value-added tax, VAT. Imbert touched on the issue as he reiterated that come 2027, there will be significant energy gains for TNT from its gas deals with Venezuela. He said until then, over the next 2 years, other means of revenue generation will be utilized, including through addressing the gaps in taxation. Said Imbert, there was a guy from the IMF, International Monetary Fund, who did some work for us some years ago, an expert, and he did a very simple calculation. He worked out the volume of activity and sales from our GDP, gross domestic product, and he worked out what was the value of the goods produced in Trinidad and Tobago and the services and the activity. Then he worked out what the VAT should be, and he found that there was $5 billion missing just in value-added tax alone. Imbert said the figure was further disaggregated, and it was found that $2.5 billion were exemptions because of government policies. But the other $2.5 billion is tax evasion, so I don't think I want to talk too much more about that. That's just VAT alone, he said. We do believe that when the Revenue Authority comes into play, we will be able to close that tax gap, and that's going to help us going forward for the next 2 years or so, he said. Imbert assured that the good old days will come as he praised Energy Minister Stuart Young for walking the tightrope in securing the gas contracts with Venezuela and achieving this through successful talks with the United States to grant licenses in the face of sanctions. He noted that the United States presidential election takes place in November, but expressed confidence that whatever the outcome, these gas deals will continue. We don't think it will matter what will happen with the U.S. election in November. We don't think so. We'll see, but we don't believe so. We believe that the relationship between the countries is so good, between us and the U.S. and us and Venezuela. The relationship is so good. We think we will continue with these arrangements, Imbert said. And that's why we believe that in 2027, we are going to get such a significant volume of natural gas coming out of Venezuela that our production could increase by 50% or more, he added. Imbert said there will be a gas supply that could benefit both countries for 10 to 20 years. He said the country was also benefiting from gains in the non-manufacturing sector. As the cross-border gas begins to flow in 2027, I think we will get back to the good old days when money was not as much as a problem as it is now, he added.